With tasseled hair, pajamas, and a great sunrise over the historic Hudson River, this is your beloved blogger saying, rise and shine. Today is Holy Thursday. It's a celebration of the Seder meal, or the Last Supper of Jesus Christ, in which he performed one of the greatest acts of heaven, servanthood. He literally washed his disciples' feet. Well, I grew up at an Italian table, and believe me, it was like heaven on earth. I could still smell the meatballs, and I can see them frying in the frying pan. My mother would take a fork and gently turn the meatball over so as not to puncture the roundness of the meatball shape. Oh, it was delicious. And then she put them in the sauce. The sauce, oh my gosh. Chicken, pork, meatballs, whatever it was, whatever she put in there, it was always A+. It was so delicious. I didn't care what was in the sauce. But the thing I remember most about our Italian tablehood was my mother's servanthood. I called it her apron countenance. She was a plump lady at that point, and she loved to cook, and she loved to serve 7 mouths. Yeah, we were all sitting around the table, chomping at the bit, waiting for her sauce. I also remember Mom's Last Supper. She was returning from the hospital. Cancer was about to take her life. My sister Lucille looked at her and said, "Mom, it's good to have you back." And my mother, through struggled breathing, said, "It's good to be back." You know, I think my mom is up there in heaven helping Jesus set the table for the great feast of the Lamb. And I think when I get there, Jesus is going to look at me and say, "It's good to have you back." Today's portal to heaven. We are born to die. Question is, what are we willing to die for? And our scripture comes from one of the most beautiful passages in the New Testament. It's from John 13. When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. "Do you understand what I've done for you?" He asked them, "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your teacher and Lord, have washed your feet, you ought to wash one another's feet. I've set you an example that you should do as I've done for you. Very truly I tell you, a servant is not greater than his master, and the messenger is not greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them." So, what are you worth? What are you willing to die for? This is your beloved blogger with tasseled hair, pajamas, and a great sunrise. Until tomorrow, happy Holy Thursday. Celebrate it rightly with servanthood. And I'll see you tomorrow when I say arise and shine.